The aftermath of yet another brutal attack as the gangland war in Scotland shows no signs of stopping. This time a garage owned by a Daniels family member in East Kilbride is targeted, with two men assaulted with machetes and knives. The garage is owned by the notorious nephew of late crime lord Jamie Daniel. 50-year-old Robert Daniel was the target for hoods, acting under orders from Dubai-based gangster Ross McGill, linked to the Lions gang, but it's believed he wasn't at the premises at the time. Detectives say they're hunting three masked men wearing dark clothing over the savage attack. Locals raised the alarm after a car was deliberately set on fire on Monday night. Officers were called to the Boswell Drive area of Blantyre, where a blue Audi A5 was seen to be torched, and they believe the two incidents are linked. It comes after thugs torched a van in another strike on caged kingpin Mark Richardson's cronies. The charred motor was seen parked outside homes in New Craig Hall in Edinburgh. It was owned by a company linked to Paddy Beatson, a well-known associate of the besieged mobster. These latest attacks come after the Scottish Sun revealed that former Union Bear chief Ross McGill is the man waging a terrifying gangland war on Scotland's streets. McGill rose to prominence in football circles as a key organiser and public-facing figure of the Union Bears ultra movement. By his late teens, he began a journey through the ultras ranks that would see him become a prominent leader of the group known as a capo. He quickly became a respected figure in the group and was also seen leading marches to Ibrox Stadium with the usual masked hordes, pyros and footy chants at fever pitch. McGill rarely if ever hid his face, unlike many of his fellow supporters, and seemed to revel in the spotlight and his growing influence among fans. He was seen in some quarters as the respectable face of the fan movement, and was even interviewed in a supporters podcast about his talks with Ibrox chiefs. McGill was making his mark nonetheless, and when he decided to step away from his leadership role, he was given a send-off in 2021 by then-manager Steven Gerrard. Gerrard would have no clue that by then McGill was well and truly on the police radar and had a court date looming over allegations he was involved in drug dealing and serious organised crime. McGill was due to appear at Glasgow Sheriff Court in early 2022, but didn't show up and a warrant was issued for his arrest. It's claimed he initially fled to Spain before switching to Dubai, where he resurfaced as an aspiring mob boss who launched a bitter gang war amid claims he'd been ripped off by rival dealers. The people he blamed were associates of jailed Edinburgh crime kingpin Mark Richardson, who is a long-standing ally of Glasgow's notorious Daniel clan, and that sparked a campaign of violence across central Scotland. Businesses and homes were attacked and set on fire, with thugs brazenly posting the videos online. McGill at that time was virtually unknown to the public and was the ambitious mobster behind a wave of attacks across Scotland. He was living a luxury lifestyle in Dubai, highlighted when a picture emerged of him grinning behind the wheel of a white Rolls Royce. But eventually, after months of carnage across Glasgow and Edinburgh that resulted in a wave of police raids and more than 30 arrests, McGill's true identity was revealed. The Scottish Sun unmasked and named the bearded 31-year-old, whose sources say he set his sights on becoming Scotland's #1 gangster. There have been claims of attempted truce talks initiated by heavies sympathetic to Stephen Bonzo Daniel, whose family have been ruthlessly targeted by mobsters working for McGill. But he has rebuffed any efforts to end the chaos and is said to have the backing of the Daniels' long-standing enemies in the Lions crime family. And there's no doubt McGill's meteoric rise has stunned Scotland, and sources from the criminal underworld are warning of more carnage to come.